There is no vision.
Mr Speaker.
David Bennett.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. That last speaker from the Labor Party tried to make the Labor Party of the last generation of the 90s something that was holier than thou by saying that they had learnt from their mistakes and understood everything and everything was rosy in the economic environment. Well, let's look back at that economic environment where the Labor Party put New Zealand in recession before the rest of the world. Just remember that. The rest of the world was still ticking along in some of the best economic times we have seen, and the Labor Party managed to strangle this economy. They managed to put it in recession. Maybe it's time the Labor Party learnt the lessons from what they did wrong in the 1990s and the 2000s and learn the lessons, because their economic management has been poor many a time, and it is shown in the way that they put this country into recession. And the other thing that the Labor Party did in its last period in government, it had high interest rates. Those interest rates were much higher than they are now. Double-figure interest rates. Go out to Kiwi families now and say, how much are you saving on interest rates under a New Zealand national government? You're saving a lot. There's a lot of money that's been saved by Kiwis at this time because they know they've got stable economic management. They know they've got leadership that's delivering for them. They know that they've got a government that is looking after those in most need, the people of Christchurch at this time. They know that they have a government that is also focused on growth. It is investing in infrastructure to lead this country forward. And by having solid, stable economic management, we have a government that delivers lower interest rates for New Zealanders. And that's the best thing you can do for our people, is deliver them an economy that gives them low interest rates, that gives them an education, that gives them a chance to be the best people they can, and gives them some reward when they do that properly, so that they get the right signals and incentives. And that's the difference between National and Labour. And this budget is a budget in very difficult times. Not only do we have to deal with a world recession that isn't over, as the Labour leader thought it had been, a recession that is still going, and he didn't make the free trade agreement with China either, and so, oh, he did it by himself, did he? Oh, that's great to know. He went and did it himself. I'm sure that's how it worked. Yeah. The reality is, though, that the leader of the opposition had a poor speech today. He had no understanding of economics. He didn't even read the budget. He talked about stuff that wasn't even in the budget and missed out on the big issues in the budget. And what are the big issues? We are investing $8.8 billion to rebuild Christchurch. The people of Christchurch have got a government that delivers to them when they needed it. We stood beside Christchurch when they wanted us, and we're giving them what they need now to rebuild that city. The second thing you saw out of that budget is that we're still investing in infrastructure. And the people of the Waikato are so happy with that. We're getting broadband first. We're getting the Waikato Expressway. That's happening because this budget actually keeps on building on the infrastructure of New Zealand. And the third thing about it is that we're reducing our debt. We're having prudent economic management that on the other side, if they had tracked along, would have been $45 billion more debt than what the National Party has proposed in this budget. This is a solid budget. It delivers for New Zealanders in their time of need. It builds a stronger country, and it represents sound economic management that the Labor Party has still to learn the lessons of what they got wrong in the past 2 generations. Thank you, Mr Speaker.
Mr Speaker.